Okay, students. In previous video, we discussed about the how we can find out the wave number or wavelength of the various lines in a Balmer series. So we are using the one equation simply, that is the Rydberg equation. So what is that Rydberg equation means? Nu bar is equals to 1 by lambda is equals to capital R into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. By using that formula, we should find out the wavelength or wave number of a various lines in a Balmer series of hydrogen atom. So that is the discussed in the previous videos. So in this today we are going to discuss about the radius of orbit. What is that? Radius orbit for a hydrogen atom. So radius means already we have to know how we can define the radius is here this distance is the radius, means the distance between the center of the nucleus to outermost shell. What is that? The distance between the center of the nucleus to outermost shell is called as a radius of orbit. Here we should find out the equation for that radius of orbit for a hydrogen atom. How we can find out? Let us start. So the force of attraction between the nucleus and the electron. So when the electron is revolving around the nucleus, electron will having the negative charge and nucleus will having the positive charge. So in between the electron and nucleus, the attraction force is developed. What is that? Attraction force is present in between the electron and nucleus. So here that attraction force is minus Z E square by R square. What is that? Minus Z E square by R square. What is that? That is the attraction force between the electron and nucleus. Electron and nucleus. Where is the charge of electron? R is the radius of orbit, Z is the atomic number. On that, Z is the atomic number. So this is the attraction force. Then when electron revolving around the nucleus in a circular path, so the centrifugal force of electron due to the revolving around the nucleus, when it is revolving around the nucleus, the centrifugal force is developed for electron when it is around the nucleus. So the centrifugal force of the electron is minus mv square by r. Minus mv square by r. Here this is the centrifugal force of electron. Minus Ze square by R square is the attraction force of the electron and the nucleus. When atom will be stable, here this attraction force and centrifugal force both will be equal. Then only the electron revolving around the nucleus in stable way. That means in any atom, the attraction force always is equals to the centrifugal force, means both are equal. Means attraction force means the equation is the minus Z E square by R square is equals to centrifugal force means minus m V square by R. So here the negative sign is get cancelled. Capital R and one R will be get cancelled. Remaining is Z E square by R is equals to m V square. What is that? Remaining is the Z E square by R is equals to m V square. Let this is the equation 1. Okay, clear? This is the equation 1. So in previously we studied about the Bohr's atomic model. From that Bohr's atomic model, the angular momentum of electron is quantized. One of the postulates in Bohr's atomic model, What is that? Revolving electron angular momentum is quantized, means mvr is equals to nh by 2 pi. So it can be obtained from the Bohr's atomic model postulate. So from this equation we should find out on cross multiplication v velocity is equals to nh by 2 pi into mr. So v is equals to nh by 2 pi into mr. So squaring on both sides for this velocity, then v is converted to the v square. On squaring, v is equals to v square n square h square by 2 square means 4 pi square into m square into r square. Let this is the equation 2. Let that is the equation 2. So here when we observe the equation 1, the v square term will be present. Here from Bohr's atomic model past we can obtain the v square. So what we do? This v square is substituted on that equation, means equation 2 value is substituted in the equation 1 value. Then equation 1 is converted as z e square by r is equals to m. In place of v square, what will we do? N square h square by 4 pi square m square r square. This is the v square value. Here what we will do? Equation 2 means v square value is substituted on the equation 1, that is in place of the v square. Then the equation is converted as z e square by r is equals to m n square h square by 4 pi square m square r square. Z e square by r is equals to m n square h square by 4 pi square m square r square. So on simplification we should get the radius of orbit r is equals to n square h square by 4 pi square m into z e square. So this is the radius of orbit equation for hydrogen atom. What is that? R is equals to n square h square by 4 pi square m into z e square. In this equation, h is the, what is that? Planck's constant. Planck's constant. Its value is 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 27 erg into second. Here pi is also constant, 22 by 7 or 3.14. Where the m is the mass of electron, 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kilograms. E is the charge of the electron, 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. So these all are the constant values. H constant, pi constant, m mass of electron is also constant, E charge of electron is also constant. So here we are substitute all these constants. The equation is converted as Rn is equals to 0.529 into n square by z angstroms. So when we substitute the all constant values, finally the nth orbit radius, n means nth orbit radius is equal to 0.529 into n square by z angstroms, where the n is the number of shells. What is that? Number of shells. Z is the atomic number. Atomic number. So this is the final equation is used to determine the radius of orbit for nth shell or nth orbit of a hydrogen or hydrogen like ions. That is the 0.529 into n square by z angstroms. So this is the value in angstrom. For example, the radius of the first orbit in hydrogen atom, how we can find out? By using that equation. What is that? The radius of the first orbit in hydrogen atom. So what they will be asking, first orbit means n is equals to 1. Hydrogen atom means Z is equals to 1 because hydrogen atom atomic number is 1. So we shall substitute the n is equals to 1 and Z is equals to 1 in this equation. Then Rn is equals to 0.529, n means 1. So 1 square divided by Z, hydrogen atom means Z is equals to 1. So on simplification 0.529, 1 square by 1 means 0.529 angstroms. So the radius of the first orbit in a hydrogen atom is R1 is equals to 0.529 angstroms. Similarly, 10th orbit of hydrogen atom radius. The radius of the, what is that? 10th orbit of hydrogen atom is, what will be given in problem? 10th orbit means, 10th orbit means, how we can find out? 10th orbit means n is equals to 10. Same hydrogen atom, so Z is equals to 1. So on that equation you should substitute the n is equals to 10, Z is equals to 1. Why? Because here we substitute the n is equals to 10 means they are asking the 10th orbit means 10th shell. So n is equals to 10. Same hydrogen atom means Z is equals to atomic number for hydrogen is the 1. So we substitute the n is equals to 10, Z is equals to 1, then we get the 10th orbit radius. You can do this question. For example, another way of question is also present. That is the, what is that? Radius of first orbit in helium plus ion atom or in helium plus ion. Here changes the atom. In previously hydrogen atom. Here they are asking the helium plus ion. Helium plus ion means how many electrons are present? In helium 2 plus means they will be losing the 1 means total how many electrons? 1 electron means helium plus ion is also single electron containing atomic spectrum. So in helium plus ion how many electrons are present? Only 1. So here we observe the question, that is the radius of first orbit in helium plus ion. So first orbit means n is equals to 1. But Z is equals to, here we using the 2 because they are asking the helium plus ion. In previously they are asking the hydrogen. So helium means its atomic number is the 2. Its atomic number is the 2. Z means atomic number. So n is equals to 1. Z is equals to 2 is substituted in this equation. Then we get the first orbit radius of helium plus ion, that is the R1 is equals to 0.529 into n square means 1 square divided by Z means 2 because it is given helium plus ion. So on simplification 0.529 by 2 means on simplification we get the 0.265 angstroms. So this is the radius of the first orbit of helium plus ion. So this is the equation is used for nth radius, that is the 0.529 into n square by Z angstrom. So when they will be given the problems, questions on this equation, we should solve the in this way, in this method. So this is the radius of the orbit.